Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is Hardest Mode Part 2. Picking up where we left off last time, we're going to take Jeb on a polar orbit to get some EVA science and try to get just one technology in the next tech tree to maybe open up some new missions for us. I'm still using Cabin Craziness, but in the next video you'll see I've switched over to Kerbal Health because I was having some issues with Cabin Craziness. It's not updated for 1.9.1, so Kerbal Health it is, which gives us some even more things to consider, like radiation damage. He's going to get EVA science from the polar ice caps, northern and southern biomes, and then hopefully that's going to give us a little bit. Now, with this 30% science, it is tough. You really have to go and get as much science as you possibly can. I mean, I can't even really build an airplane yet. So I am doing whatever I can and working towards maybe a moon mission in the near future. Coming back into the atmosphere super fast. Get rid of that lower stage. I'm gonna try. I was trying to come in on the island over there, but miscalculated. We're gonna be down in the ocean. Got our first parachute out there, and see, now I'm looking at the massage chair and stuff and it wasn't tracking correctly. Now back in KSP, we can look at our health monitor. This is Kerbal Health. And you can see that they have a lifetime dosage of radiation that they have to worry about, and you reduce that by adding lead to your spacecraft, which reduces the efficiency of your spacecraft, makes it a lot heavier. I'm going to hire some more Kerbals and see that Jeb's already at level 1, but I really miss having those nodes to navigate by. I try to get the most courageous and stupid Kerbals I can find. I'm not sure if those things actually have any bearing on gameplay, other than the facial expressions that they make. But there, I've got another set. Pilot, 2 scientists, now we need an engineer. Wasn't much to pick from regarding the engineers. And we'll get to work on our next craft. You can see here, we need 45 science for the next node, but the one that I really want is the one that gives us solar panels, and that's 90. So then the next one I'm shooting for is 90 science. And then we've got this node that, the maneuverability node, that has nothing attached to it. Not sure why that is. I'm going to load this craft up with lots of batteries and capacitors because going to the moon is going to take quite a bit of power, especially if we want to be transmitting stuff back there. I've added radiation shield to my capsule. Checking my health report, and I'm going to put some bigger boosters on there. We're going to need the extra thrust to the extra delta V to get all the way to the moon. 2 sets. Not going to stage those little ones though. And now I use tweak scale to fix that, but I have mixed feelings about tweak scale. I don't use it. I mean, I'm tempted to use it on the materials pods later on, but I don't, because I think that's kind of cheating. Makes the game a little bit too easy because you can just fit like 16 miniaturized pods on there. I put some exterior micro goo containers on the capsule. Looks like Jeb should be able to survive for 14 days with urban health enacted. The trip to the moon is only about a day to get there. Sorry about the background noise. Forgot to close the balcony. Got our communications pod so we can send some science back immediately and get all the crew reports that we want. Getting to the moon's pretty easy. You just set it as a target, and when it lines up with your forward node, you just burn and wait till it gets out there. Just burn straight towards it when you're in Kerbin orbit. I've got some magnetometer readings there. You can see the magnetometer came out through the cargo pod without the doors open. I kind of wish the game prevented that from happening. I think that'd be a little bit more realistic. Maybe they can fix that with the... oh, look at all that science. That's going to get us up to the 90 that we need. I'm having to go in and drain these capacitors one at a time as I run out of power over and over again. Watching that ampere power monitor get down to about 20%, and then I go in and have to empty out one of those capacitors. Just flying through the science here. We've got about, I think, 4 atmospheric pressure and 4 thermometers on there. There's another capacitor drained. I've got more batteries than the capacitors can fill. I could almost drain 2 capacitors at once, but not quite. Don't want to waste it because this part of the orbit takes a disturbingly long time. When you get to this upper part of the orbit, your capsule's really going really slowly. Thanks to Kepler's law. I think that's his second law. There we go, draining another one. Oh, draining another one. Draining another one. Good thing we got 16 of them on there. Draining another one. And falling into orbit. We're going to need, looks like, 1, maybe 2 more. There we go. I'm going to make sure my batteries are full before I detach that lower stage. Got about 400 delta V left, so I'll burn that off before entering the atmosphere. Oh, I think I missed. I was going to try to land at the launch site, but I'm going to fly right by it. Yep, there it goes. Burning into the atmosphere at 2,800 meters per second. Drop off the heat shield. Oh, it got stuck between the pod and... oof, that was... we could have lost our pod there, which would have had all our science in it. And splashdown. How much science? Oh, no, not quite. There we go. Get a little bit of science from right over the shores. Oh, a little bit more on touchdown. And we're done.